So wait, are we...
Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Cancel Clique. I'm one of your co-hosts, Jarrett Branch, and you guys know me. I love to jump right into things, so let's get the paying the bills out the way. Like, subscribe, follow us if you want to hear some real stuff. It's going to be an amazing time. You want to check out our merch? That's our merch right there. We'll drop the website and the line up soon. But guys, we're going to start with you. We're going to start with a really funny video, a really great video. So let's drop that video, and then we're gonna introduce you to the soon-to-be #1 podcast in the country.
Welcome to the Cancel Clique. I'm your girl Lala, and today's headline hot takes is about plus-size Michigan rapper Dank DeMoss, who is suing the tech giant Lyft because a driver decided to cancel her ride, claiming that his tires would be crushed under the weight of her 400-pound body. Here is some of that.
Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak is live in Detroit with this story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know.
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
DeMoss, who has curated her brand around the sexualization of obesity, found herself taken back in surprise when the driver chose to prioritize the condition of his vehicle over her business. DeMoss and her lawyers claim that this discrimination against DeMoss regarding her weight is likened to racism and should be pursued to the full extent of the law. The Cancel Clique convenes to discuss the details. What?
That is, to me, that is hilarious. So you're telling me she's trying to cancel Lyft because she was too big to get in the back of that vehicle. That's nuts, you know. It's so weird that people try to cancel you in 2025, 2024 for the most stupid things in the world, right? Like, for real, like, I'm not putting her in my car. You're like, we're going to talk about this, guys, and we're talking about this and so much more. I mean, nothing's off the table at the Cancel Clique, just to let you know. This little disclaimer, guys, everything we talk about is from us. You know what I mean? This is us, you know, as our First Amendment rights. We love talking about this stuff. This doesn't represent our job, represent our family, our friends. This is just us. So, you know, so enjoy what we have to say because we enjoy you tuning in. So since this is such a stupid reason to be canceled, let's go around the room, introduce yourself, and tell me something you've been canceled for. Like, what's the stupidest thing that you've been canceled for? Let's go with my boy Price from PG County first. What's up?
Yeah. I'm the hood conservative, Price. So my thing is, when I got canceled, like, when I get mad at somebody, I attack the whole community. I don't give a damn if it's the Fruit Loop community, the black community, the white community, the chink community. I don't give a damn. If you piss me off, I attack the whole community. So one day I was on TikTok live, and I was talking, and one of the he, she, they, thems that thought it was a female that thought it was a dude, and so just talking shit. I ignored them because I was on my last TikTok strike. So I was like, nah, fuck that hoe. But eventually, I just got mad, and I was like, you know what? Watch this. So I was on my phone. I turned my laptop on, and I showed the whole world what a transgender dick looked like. I showed them what that little graphed up balloon looked like, and I said, bitch, this is the type of shit you want to get. You out here trying to get females to suck. I said, nah. Then I got banned. That's why I got canceled.
So let me just say this. So we do say whatever we want on this show, and disclaimer: we're all adults here. We have heard adult languages, and this stuff is true. Like this is stuff they don't talk about. Like you should hear this stuff. This is stuff that they're telling your kids in school. They're in the books in the school. So whatever Price just said, I have seen 1,000 times worse in an elementary school book. You know, so like, come on,
Elementary school book you looking at?
Yeah, I gotta send it to you. Right. I was on this thing and I seen, man, just trust me. I mean, the stuff they're showing our kids is disgusting.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, so let's bring up Lala coming all the way from AZ.
Yes.
And let's tell me what's the craziest or stupid thing you ever been canceled for?
Oh man, I got canceled. So I'm originally from Connecticut. I got relocated out to Arizona for a job with an e-commerce company who canceled me because after 4 months of being inundated with insanity, with DEI insanity, I finally complained about getting emailed emails from the HR office about gender nonconforming clothing and drag queens. So I asked them if they could please stop sending me material promoting autogonophilia, and they accused me of being transphobic and wrongfully terminated me. So
wow.
Yes. It's in the works. So I can't talk too much about it, but that happened. That happened. And by the way, it was by a group of like 35-year-old Caucasian queer males, which was the irony of it all, because it's like I was the only so-called woman of color on the team and I got fired for DEI. So that's just like encapsulates how ridiculous it is.
What the hell does queer even mean?
Queer.
Right. Queer means it's all up. It's all good. You know, there's no boundaries. There's no qualifications.
That is all up.
It's like whatever's in the room right now. Yeah.
So
right in the room.
Yeah.
A bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's bring it over to our to my fellow veteran. And I hope she don't make fun of me too much, because I'm an Army guy. But I do have some crayons for her for later on. Let's take it to Kiki. Kiki, what's the craziest thing you ever been canceled for?
I still love you, Jared, all right? Because my dad is Army vet, all right? So I told him I had to join the Marine Corps to one-up him. I was canceled for posting content about what was going on in my daughter's school, which is ridiculous because she's in 5th grade and they were trying to show her videos about LGBTQ, trans ideology, and all of this stuff. And I was canceled for that because people in the community are like, well, children have to learn about sex eventually. So what does it matter if they're teaching your children about sex in 5th grade? Literally, people in my community are like, I posted a video about it and they're like, who cares? You're being too ridiculous. Like, calm down. I'm like, no, I'm not going to calm down. So they canceled me for posting what was going on in my daughter's 5th grade classroom. Absolutely ridiculous.
And what was going on?
They literally were showing videos promoting, it's in a website called amaze.org, promoting transgender ideology, promoting jacking off. There's literally a cartoon of a little boy. All of the videos on Amaze are targeted towards little kids. There's a video of a little boy. He's behind a computer screen. He has lotion on one side and he has Kleenex on the other side, and his hand is doing this. And they say that that's normal, and they say that it's taboo if you don't talk about these things with your children. It's taboo. I'm sorry. My daughter she was 10 when it happened. No, I'm not talking about that stuff with her until she's older. It blows my mind that people think that, well, they have to learn about it eventually. At 10 years old? At 10 years old. No.
No, they don't. It's all lies. And Malcolm X warned us about the dangers of these white liberals. That's when you told your story, Lala and Kiki, they think they know what's best for us. They think like, hey, it's a superior. They think they're superior to us. They think like, hey, I have privilege because I'm white. I'm better than you. I'm like, bro, that's the same thing the KKK says. Like, you're literally spewing hateful rhetoric, and you think you're trying to save us. You don't save your complex.
Right. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like how I was saying about that team that I was on, that was all Caucasian males that were trying to tell me I was transphobic because I didn't accept them talking about their fetishes and a work setting, you know, they were all, like you said, Caucasian liberals, and they were trying to tell me that I was oppressed, that I should be aligned with their agenda because I'm a woman of color, and they called me a white supremacist, even though I'm the only person of color on the team. And I'm over here like, this is the most ridiculous, like, mind
Oh my god,
freak in the world. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
burnt me up.
I mean, as conservatives, like Black conservatives, we've
Right.
all been called all the names: the coon, the white supremacist. Like we could go on and on about everything that they call us. Uncle Tom.
That's why I'm not really in the mood to, you know, play nonpartisan. And listen, I know, you know, when you out in the community, right, you're supposed to be friends with everybody. But after this election cycle, like, I really saw what it was. I'm not trying to be cool with people just to be down. It's either you represent these principles, right? You either get down with, you know, how we are moving for our families and our community, or you could take that to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's my boy Demetrius from Jersey as well. Demetrius, tell us, tell us how a story about how you've been canceled. And I know you got a couple good ones.
Bro, you know, I got a few good ones, man. You could just so people know, you can be canceled in education, you can be canceled in activism, you can be canceled. I don't think that, you know, people hold back these days on forcing their opinions on people. I like to call cancel culture today like modern day McCarthyism, right? But instead of hunting communists, they out here hunting free thinkers, right? And people who don't think the way they do. Let me see. All right, so I'll just take it to education. I'm not even going to say the school. You know, I'm not going to put anybody on blast like that, but I've been canceled for not allowing boys and girls to use the same bathrooms in pre-K classes.
Pre-K?
Talk about it. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I felt like. Yo, that's so weird. So what? I don't feel comfortable. I'm sure their parents wouldn't feel comfortable. But, you know, we in an era now where it's still post-COVID, and in a lot of blue states, they still don't let parents in the school. Right? So that could be going on, and you would have no clue. You know what I mean? So that's something I'm proud to be canceled for that type of stuff.
Hey, I salute you for that, bro. Yeah. I salute you for that,
man. You already.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So guys, let's get into some stuff. Let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about first? Let's have some fun. Yes.
Well, let's react to big old what's her name again?
The intro. Yes.
So he dropped the video of her dropping to the stage.
It was always the guy on the scooter for me. The guy at the end on the scooter. It was always him. He gave me life at the end of that video.
And guys, you know that satire. She really didn't knock down a building, but she really could have flattened that guy's tires. For real,
I feel bad laughing. I feel bad.
That's the point, though.
That whole know what she was doing when she was putting all that food in her mouth. You feel bad.
She should have ordered an XL. She knew what she was working with. Come on. At what point is it like, you know, the driver should be allowed to make a decision that's going to like conserve the condition of his vehicle? You know,
say that.
What if his tires rupture under the pressure of her body weight?
But Michigan don't allow that. Weight is a protected class over there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
See, this is what I'm saying. Everybody wants to grift.
It's a protected class. You cannot discriminate because she's fat. Even though she could have ordered a forklift, she ordered a regular lift. And
I got this gym membership. What?
She literally could have saved money from hiring a lawyer. She could have just got a freaking gym membership. Like,
it's crazy.
Crane. She could have got a crane.
She got some Ozempic shots. Those are like $100 now over online, man. Like, you know what, guys? You know what? We'll start a fund for her. Hey guys, everybody watching, you want to get her Ozempic fund? Let us know. We'll help her out. Get on the right path.
I'm not. Nobody need to waste their money. That whole one cheeseburger away from a heart attack. I ain't wasting my money.
For real though,
I'm not even gonna hold you. The pharmaceutical companies probably like that. Like, go fund me for Ozempic.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what Maha and Make America Healthy Again is even about. Like, let me ask you guys something. Do you feel like other demographics low key grift off of the 14th Amendment, like grift off of like the Black legacy of slavery or whatever. Like, do you feel like now it's the 14th Amendment is like applying to fat people now, which is kind of crazy because it's like, yo, like, aren't you responsible for your weight and your health? Like, how is this now? Lyft is gonna have to settle with you and give you, you know,
like,
I mean?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm brand new to politics. So what's the 14th Amendment? Enlighten me. And for anybody in the audience that doesn't know.
So the 14th Amendment is basically was put in place to remedy some of the social stuff that was going on following the 13th Amendment that freed the slaves. So there were still like parts in cities in America that were, you know, reluctant to integrate Black people at that time period. So the 14th Amendment came down and said that you can't, you know, discriminate against somebody against like race, creed, religion. And that's where they get it from. But it was for that time period. But now it's like it's been extrapolated and applied to so many different demographics. And now it's like fat women that can't fit in lifts because they're going to rupture the tires are now a protected class. It's like crazy.
No, they've gone overboard. They've gone overboard with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everyone wants to be
look, that 14th Amendment.
Right.
Everybody want to be
Out of people.
and then to balance the scales, like think about like Uber and all over the always talk about how much they have for gas, how much they have to no, seriously, how much they have to spend for maintenance on their vehicles and this, that, and the other. And look, with inflation, what do you think shocks cost? This guy got out of his car and looked at a bill. That's what he saw.
Don't forget about the
money
axles.
coming out
Don't forget about the axles, bro.
Right, and axles. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, the Benz too, right? He had like a Benz or a Mercedes. He had like a luxury vehicle too.
Bro, that was not a GMC truck. That was clearly like some sort of a Hyundai.
It was a C-Class.
Right. He was yes.
He had a C-Class. It was a C-Class.
Yes,
that's why he was in there.
Exactly. He was within his right to be like, no, I can't have you in the back of my car. You're gonna, you know, dismantle my alignment.
But Michigan don't look at it like that. Michigan look at it like she's protected. He should have said, "Nigga, break your car down."
That's what I was gonna say though. Like, do you guys think that she's gonna win in court?
Yeah.
I think she will. I think she will too.
That'll be crazy. That'll be an injustice.
She's about to win because being a fat fuck is protected. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they literally have like extension belts on airports for people that can't fit in the seat. Like they have an extension belt on airport. I think that people that are that fat, they should have to buy 2 seats. I'm sorry.
No,
like,
they don't.
You're spilling over onto my seat. Like you should have to buy a second seat.
I mean, I was flying Southwest.
I feel bad, Kiki, when I sit next to people like you. I'm sorry. I know I'm taking a little bit of room from your side. I know you paid for this ticket also, but
hey, I had a friend. He was on a plane with a fat ass, and he looked at her and said, "Can you please start melting into my side?"
Can you just condense it, like put it all up and hold it on? I don't know what you need to do, but
yeah. But you know, why is her lawyer not advocating for her to get back into the gym? I actually kind of went through her Instagram. It looks like she's trying to work out a little bit. It looks like, you know, she's doing, but she's not really making any movement. There's no dents.
You gotta eat less though. Like you can move, but you gotta eat less. Like it has to be a calorie deficient. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Being a gym enthusiast that I am, you can work out as much as you want, but if you eat in a caloric surplus, you're not gonna lose no weight. And I don't see her eating a salad anytime soon.
No, seriously though, a lot of people they'll work out and then be like, all right, I can eat whatever I want now. But that's not how it works. Like when you work out, you literally only burn like a max of 400 calories. That's not a Big Mac. Like that doesn't equate to a Big Mac. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
What 400 calorie workout you doing?
When I run,
I burn at least 1,000.
She's a runner. She's a runner.
I'm a runner. Every mile is like about 100 calories. That's it.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
But Kiki, speaking of running, you were mentioning there's a horrible movie running away with the Oscars right now.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right. Speaking of running, all right. Let's talk about it. So Musicals, you're either a love them or a hate them kind of person. For me personally, I'm a love them. I love musicals. My mom on the other end, she hates musicals. So I'm curious as to what the panel feels about musicals. Love them or hate them? I want to know.
It depends on the movie. Like I love Sweetie Todd, and there's this one I watched about like some like zombies like eating people on Christmas. It was so random, but but no, like that Joker. I want to watch that. It's definitely not this movie. Like you really got to be a good music. Oh, you know what? I came in front. I like Hairspray. I do like Hairspray because it's the dancing.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? That's a black, good black movie. But for the most part, it got to be really good. Like,
okay.
I can't sit there for 2.5 hours and watch a movie about trans singing off key and what. Yeah, you know what, Eric? Can you bring up that video of the song?
The worst musical of all time. Let's talk about it.
Cue the faggots.
What is it? Like, look at this.
Your captain's take. According to our
They're in Bangkok. That's hilarious. That's all.
It would be called Bangkok.
I'd like to know about the change operation.
Oh no.
Vagina plastic or something like that.
A woman, 2 men.
What?
To woman.
From penis to vagina.
Not Zoe Saldana.
Yes!
That's Colombiana.
I was mad.
Know about it,
And listen.
I want to
Are
know
they in
it
China?
all. What
They
is
would
the
be in China.
protocol, the techniques and the risks?
Hold
How
on.
many operations? How much time do you need?
This is crazy.
Mammoplasty.
Yes.
Are they in China? Is this the Wuhan lab?
Venoplasty.
Yes.
Mammoplasty.
They're in the Wuhan lab.
Rhinoplasty.
Yes.
Laryngoplasty. Control laryngoplasty.
What is that?
Adam's apple reduction.
Yes.
Yes.
This doesn't make you a man though. This makes you a woman. This is nuts. That's wild. What? This is wild, man. Yo, this is wild.
Last one piece just for the bath. How much will it be? For you? $4,500.
Did she say just for the butt?
Guys, this is horrifying.
Yeah. The guy's 13 Oscars for more.
You said 13 Oscars.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Like, tons of Oscars. Yeah, he's nuts.
All right, y'all. So that was the musical. It's called Amelia Perez. And I watched it for you guys, so you guys don't have to waste 2 hours of your time. It's literally a transgender musical, and it's up for 13 Oscar nominations. 13. To put it in perspective, let me tell you, Titanic, it got 14 Oscar nominations, and Titanic is my movie. Like, that's my baby. So this movie, let me just give you like a quick breakdown of the plot. It's all over the place, but it's literally, there's a Mexican drug lord who transitions from man to a woman. He hires an attorney to do the research for him because he wants to be anonymous when it comes to transitioning. He abandons his entire family and to transition, and then the entire movie is him pretending to be good now that he's transitioned from a man to a woman. The worst plot you've ever seen. I don't want to. Are y'all gonna watch it? Can I spoil the ending?
What do you mean am I gonna watch
it? I see the comments. Yeah, Robert, I'd rather eat grass too. Real twins, how you doing?
These people are wicked. They're evil. They're demonic.
Like, tell me how it's up for 13 nominees.
Because Hollywood is demonic.
Because when you're a faggot, you get all type of fucking privileges, and then that was retarded. So a retarded faggot, they get all type of 13 nominations over Titanic, man.
13. Literally, the top movies had 14 nominations. This one had 13.
That was
3
crazy.
of the top movies. Titanic. Titanic, La La Land, and All About Eve are the top 3 for nominations. This one had 13, like I said.
It's crazy.
It's an agenda. It's an agenda because it's a Netflix
100%.
movie,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it also was in like literally no theaters and made no money. And,
Right.
and so now you're saying a movie that made no money was in theaters and it's a Netflix movie. It has 13 nominations. While you have all these other great movies that came out this year that got anything to do with Christians got pushed to the side. Any good movies like that, especially anything from Angel Studios just got trashed. They don't care.
But
no, we're supposed
no, and that's exactly right.
Studios, they do like all the good, like they did a movie about some guy in jail with the demon. You see
they
that?
did the Forge. They did the Forge this year. That was a really good one.
Yeah, they did the Forge. Various. I mean, they do great movies. They get no shine, and then like suddenly they put this movie out, and we're supposed to support it because we're black. I gotta tell you, I'm tired of saying
I'll be damned if I support some gay shit because I'm black, man.
And they put it on
Netflix. That'd be the time that a lot of people are on though. Like that we're supposed to. What is that? Identity politics, right? Because we black, we're supposed to just follow the crowd or follow the herd. That's insane. That's insanity.
So
this thing, just that clip that we watch has so much symbolism buried inside of it, right? That even if you were just trying to be neutral, it was just tons of things just being massaged into your super subconscious. That was wild. That's wild. And I could assume that's probably why it got the 13 nominations, because they know that will make it intriguing to people. And now people want to see, well, I wonder why, right? I wonder why it got that.
Right. And it's easy access on Netflix, so your children can watch it when you're not home, or they could just get on your profile and they could just click on it. And now it's easily accessible to children, and they could be like, oh, it's a musical. Kids love musicals.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's even marketed to children. It's so
Very
evil and wicked, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're also trying to destroy. They're also trying to destroy women. Because that dude man thing, whatever, is up for best actress.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
How the hell do black women advocate for the fucking Fruit Loops that's trying to be women when they're trying to take the women's place? I don't understand that shit at all.
Okay, so he's
dumb.
To piggyback off of that, so in real life, he's a transgender person. He's a man that transitioned to a woman at the age of 40, and he is up for best actress. He's up for best actress. That'll be the first time ever that a man took best actress from a woman if he won.
Like, you remember at the Grammys?
Should not be allowed to happen.
Remember at the Grammys, like I think it was last year, where was it Sam Smith and that tranny girl that sang "Unholy"? Remember that? How they?
I know who Sam Smith is. He's sung that. Who's a tranny?
Remember that song that they performed at the Grammys, and he dressed up in Satan.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. But who was the trans person?
It was something Petrus or something like that. I forget her name. And she got best female rapper or best female artist or breakout artist of the year. And she was a tranny. And so they did it and they dressed up as Satan, and they did this whole song and dance and performed Unholy, which is about a gay man having sex with a married man, that's married to a woman. Kim Petras. Yes, and it's a she.
It's like Miss Doubtfire.
It's a man woman. It's a lady man.
Mr. Doubtfire.
Lady boy.
It's
and then you have people like Nicki Minaj doing songs with that dude, trying to co-sign it. Like, oh yeah, he's the next up and coming thing. Like, I'm surprised Nicki Minaj did a song with that dude.
That's because the whole Hollywood shit, they into all that stuff. It's all type of sex and gay and
it's Babylon.
Just like Diddy. I was gonna say the exact same thing. The elites are still worshiping the transgender community, even though everybody in America, I mean, we literally spoke whenever we voted. Everybody in America is against it for the most part. Like, they're still worshiping it.
Yeah. Their whole thing is like suggestive thinking. So they believe that life imitates art. So it's their responsibility to influence life by implementing all of this like subliminal messaging and subliminal programming into Netflix, where your kid can just easily click on it and see this like degenerate musical. I can't believe they got Zoe Saldana, y'all.
I love it. I was so mad when I seen it. Your girl, though.
Look at Big Mouth.
No, Selena Gomez is in it too. The one that was crying about the illegal immigrants.
Oh my God! Do we have her video?
Yeah.
Do we have her
Yes,
video? Can we
let's bring
play
that
her
up.
video?
And I like Selena Gomez.
Let's talk about the tele.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
No, so sad.
Kid does something. It's like when your kid burns down something in the backyard and then comes to you crying, knowing they're wrong as all hell.
I know, it's so crazy.
But did she cry like that when Lake and Riley was unalived? I'm sorry.
Come on now.
Did she cry like that for Tamir Rice? Did she cry like that for Tamir Rice?
She was nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
Nowhere to be found.
And then she says, "My people, like Selena Gomez, we know you're Mexican, but you never even talk about it. You didn't act like it until it was popular a couple years ago. You're doing songs with Carly B. But before that, you were doing nothing in Spanish until like this whole like Caribbean thing took off in music again. You were just pretending like you weren't Spanish at all. Like that Witches of Waverly Place, not a single person. You didn't speak Spanish. You never did anything in Spanish.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, because it's cool to be this, now you're all of a sudden you're Mexican.
Absolutely. And not only is she Mexican, she's like 5th generation Mexican. So like
She
her
went to the
great
school of Kamala Harris.
grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously her great relative like immigrated here to provide a better life for his family. Now his great granddaughter is a millionaire and she's somehow like complaining. And this is what gets me about like immigrants that come here, that like they take advantage of the American school system. They take advantage of the American economy. They take advantage of all of these rights that we have once they get citizenship. And then they have the audacity to get on their like Instagram and like, you know, you have to like put your phone on the little holder, turn your ring light on, make sure that it's like arranged properly. Like, oh, it's drifting to the left. Let me rearrange it. And then, you know, manage to manufacture like these tears. Like, I'm just wondering, like, does she start crying like before she clicks record, or is it like after? Like, how is it? It's crazy.
She was an actor.
Are you in the middle of crying and then you're like, oh wait, I should probably record this so people know what's going on? Or do you say I'm gonna record and then be like, oh, now I'm crying? Like,
I just
So was she an actor before all this? Before she was a singer, right?
Yeah.
This was a play on the internet. Even
Trauma
if you
art.
listen to how she was talking, that was monotone.
It's trauma art.
That's trauma art. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's trauma
It
art.
was so whack. It was
She's screaming into a mirror.
which is why she ended up deleting the entire post because she knew.
She was getting dragged. She was getting dragged by everybody.
Well, to that hoe, it's too late. We already got it.
It's just crazy though to think about the steps that goes into that. Like, oh, I'm crying. Oh, let me pull out my camera. Like, it's just so ridiculous.
And for people that don't know, so she was reacting to the deportations that took place, like, you know, Trump's first week. It's been a whirlwind. So do we have? Let's post that screenshot of Trump's truth. Do we have that? Yeah. Okay. So Donald Trump has been in office for a little bit over a week and has already found himself in the middle of his own telenovela with socialist-leaning Colombian President Gustavo Petro. On January 26th, President Trump wrote this on his Truth Social account after a repatriation flight heading to Colombia was denied landing access. Okay, so it reads, I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's socialist president, Gustavo Petro, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. So he goes on to say that he put like these 5 tariffs on Colombia because they weren't allowing him access to repatriate these like illegals that are in our country. What do you guys think about that? Like, how crazy is that? Like, he wouldn't even take his own people back.
Right. Because they said that they weren't like it wasn't the best circumstances. They put him in military planes that can hold like up to 300 people, and they only had 80 people in there. And he was like, "No, I'm not taking my people back because they're not in the best conditions." Like,
yeah,
what?
Best conditions. That's why they left like that.
right.
Look,
'Cause
let's just keep it 1,000. Criminals, he's not gonna want to take them back. They know what they released. They know
Right.
exactly what they released.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
know those numbers. They know the atrocities, and they've been seeing everything that's been happening, and they know that those unalivers are, coming home.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that makes a really good point, because why would he react like that if he didn't know who they were? Like if they were just citizens, like of course he would take them back, but he knows exactly that they were released from the jails. That's why he doesn't want them back.
And why do we have the obligation to even send them back on a plane? I'm sorry. And my response, I'd be like, take them to the southern border and drop them off, and you figure it out. You figure out a way to get here.
You get back how you got here.
Exactly.
Right to the point of
why is
entry
that our
that you came
responsibility
through
to
is
send
the
them
one
home?
you're going back to.
Right. Exactly. So
Ridiculous.
Gustavo Pedro, he responds. And do we have his response?
He responds with a chapter book.
Oh my gosh. So he goes, do we have it up?
Oh, that's not it. But there we go.
Wait, no, the one that starts with Trump. Trump, I don't like to travel to America. Like, hold on. No, so that's the Truth Social one. It should be the last one I sent, the United States. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, but it should be the last one on that like 5 picture screenshot. It should be the last one.
While we're looking for that, I will say that I love that we're able to see everything happening like live. Like Trump is on it. He's posting stuff right away.
Yeah,
so the transparency is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah.
If we can't find it, I have it written down here. So it goes, Trump, I don't really like traveling to the US. It's a bit boring, but I confess that there are some commendable things. I like going to the black neighborhoods of Washington where I saw the entire fight in the US Capitol between blacks and Latinos with barricades, which seemed like nonsense to me because they should join together. I confess that I like Walt Whitman and Paul Simon and Noam Chomsky. I confess that he just keeps going on and going on. It's just like so ridiculous. He goes on, you can try to carry out a coup with your economic strength and your arrogance, but I will die in the law. He just goes on. It's just the most like ridiculous communist monologue of oppression. And like, what do you guys think? Because after 24 hours, he ended up taking his people back at the end. So
because he know Trump's not playing no games with them.
Yeah, he knew better. Trump was coming to drop them off whether he liked it or not, and there's nothing he could do, and he couldn't survive with those tariffs. I mean, they were done.
Effed around and found out.
Found out. That's
fast.
right. Those tariffs came
Fast.
so quick. I'm sure his head spun.
I know they came so quick.
25%
Rapid response, but that's what leadership looks like. That's what we voted for. That's what America was waiting to see. We were tired of having situations and circumstances where we're just kind of sitting and watching bad things unfold in front of us. No, we want a reaction, we want a response, and we want some pressure applied, and it worked.
Yeah,
how about that? I love that you brought that up, Demetrius, because we have been watching a lot of bad politicians lately. You know, from Biden to locally across all the places where we live. You know, but there's one in particular that I've been watching for a while. They call her the city girl mayor, Tiffany Henyard. No, legit, she called city girl mayor.
I've never heard that name.
I am loving it.
That's what made me watch her videos, because the guy doing the original videos like called her the city girl mayor because she plays her music. She's real ratchet. He showed a picture of Tiffany Henyard. Let's show her. So guys, she wore this outfit dressed like Nino Brown to go tell her constituents to pay her money. Give me my money that I'm owed. She like, pay me my money. Like that. Just, if you don't know who Nino Brown is, can you just go to the next thing? Wesley Snipes, great movie, New Jack City. You've probably seen a lot of memes about it. So she really dressed up like a drug dealer from the New Jack Swing era to tell her constituents to pay her money. And this is
What
not
money
only
was she owed?
she was nothing. She's just a criminal, and she's being investigated. When Lori Lightfoot, a horrible other criminal, is investigating you, then you know you did something wrong, man. And she's just over here saying that she's innocent, and then her favorite thing to say is because she's black. Anytime she does something wrong, it's like, oh, it's because I'm a black.
Oh.
And she gets into her black feature voice. She goes, and I'm a black woman. You don't want a black woman to succeed. I'm like, yo, you can say black. And but she's just so awful. And you know what? This recent video will drop for you guys. The fight she had during like her city hall, whatever. This is just the icing on the cake. You know, she's already looked out for embezzling money. She uses police to intimidate people. Like, yo, for real. Like, it's on some Nino. Real talk. She's on some Nino Brown stuff.
Ghetto.
Woo.
As you can see, the
One
person
word,
with the expensive
ghetto.
extension.
Ratchet.
Yep, she ran into the fight too, so she's in there jumping in, you know, whatever she's doing. And I'm thinking like she left the podium to go fight with her man, some other guy, and the other guy's an activist who's been going there every week to call her out. So you know, you see this all building, but like, is this the best we have to offer? And then she says it's because we're black, right? Like, do you think this is the black standard for politicians? And should we, as you know, black people, should we cancel people like her? Should we get rid of people like her in politics? Does she make us look bad as a people?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean
Absolutely.
that's a really good point. And I think that, you know, there is something to be said about what type of, you know, not what type of, but like what is the behavior of people that we're accepting kind of in the fold too, because there's a lot of different levels of
Ghetto.
Yes. I know what I'm saying, but you know, you said there's a lot of levels of ghetto, and there's some levels of the, you know, ghetto that are acceptable. You know, I would accept,
Right.
You know what I mean? There's some levels of the hood, but then there's
Like
others.
me?
Not that video. Yeah.
Yes.
Like you. But not that. That like it never needs to resort to physical altercation. I'm sorry. Like you're in politics, you need to be able to compose yourself and be professional.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can get your point across without it being physical. Point blank. Period. I don't care. Like Price, he can be his South, like he says, with his cussing, his retarded, and all the other things, but. When you resort to physical violence as a politician, no, you're canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh, you lying to me? I kick somebody's ass.
You can't put,
but Price, you're not a politician. That's different. You hold yourself to a different standard.
No.
Politician.
Not even outside of politics. You got to touch me for me to kick your ass. So you know, I'm just messing with you.
You can't put hands on people. You can't physically put hands on people. That's crazy. That's like
not only that, like that's the look, like that's the image of, you know, the leadership in black communities. Like that's wild. Like that is really wild. She has to do better. They have to do better as a community. That, you know, there's kids involved. I'm pretty sure there was children there, right? And
not in front of the kids.
Yeah, that's just out of control. Like when I saw it, the first thing, only thing I could really think about was, you know, like I'm a teacher, so I'm thinking about that. That really looked like a high school brawl, and that's the leadership of that community. Like that's the leadership of that community.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they have high schoolers who could have, you know, spoke their mind and had a better outcome than what those adults did. You know, that's embarrassing. They should really all be embarrassed.
It really is. Like I said, you're a politician. I'm sorry. You have to hold yourself to a different standard than the regular civilian. Like that's different if you're watching it on freaking YouTube and it's just regular people brawling. But I'm sorry, you're a politician. You hold yourself to a different standard, just like somebody in the military. You have a different standard than a regular civilian.
Yeah, and the guy, like Darren said, the guy took to the mic. He comes here every week voicing his opinion, and it's the entire city that's on her about wasteful spending, you know, misappropriation of funds. So how dare her come in dressed like Nino Brown saying, hey, give me my money. It's almost like she was saying, if I don't get my money, what took place at City Hall is exactly what, you know, I'm prepared to do. So, you know, those type of threats really should be looked into. If she's masquerading like that type of a boss, then maybe there's something else that needs to be looked into.
And you got to look at it too. At the same time, the mayor ain't nothing but the person who's running the municipal center. So she's just the mayor is just a regular person like me and you. I'm not making an excuse for her, but if she a ghetto bitch, she gonna be a ghetto bitch. She's not into that echelons of society yet. She's just running the municipal center. You know what I'm saying? She's in bed with the sheriff or the.
I met some wild mayors. Oh, there are some crazy corrupt, like wild.
Working all over the country.
Can you impeach a mayor? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can remove her. She was removed. So what it was that she had two positions. So she was the mayor, and she's also the town administrator for something else. So the thing is, when her mayor salary, she passed a law where she makes like 6 figures, and the next mayor coming in only makes like 32,000, 35,000. I mean,
a mayor don't make that much. How the hell did she get the 6 figures?
Because she reinvented the game. She came in there like, I'm from the community. You know how it is. It's like you got somebody from the block coming in there, like, I'm running for office. You're like, yeah, I know her. We grew up with her. We're gonna support her. So like,
she's smarter than
that's Tina's granddaughter. We like her. You know what I mean? And so the community just embraced her, and she's just picking their pockets. And still today, she has supporters just supporting her. But Demetrius, you mentioned twerking, right? And I was just thinking, like, this should be on Zeus. But speaking of twerking, right? Did you guys see the video of the bald-headed chick? I say bald-headed now because I saw her much. The bald-headed chick who got arrested for twerking on the disabled people. Like,
come on, man.
Let's play the clip. Play the clip.
Twerking on the disabled. I wonder if the disabled minded.
I want to play the clip. Where is it at?
And shout out to Edgar. Edgar's our producer in the studio. Putting up all the videos. We're so spastic.
What up, Ed?
He just dropping it.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we got this video. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, but if you've seen it, she got 2 videos. So she was twerking on someone else, and then twerking on someone in the bathtub, and then she got arrested for exploitation. And she tried to double down, like, oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm thinking, like, first of all, you're there to take care of people, right? And that goes to the medical industry. Listen, CNA company, stop hiring anybody who walks into the building. We care about our relatives and our family members. Stop hiring these ratchet chicks who all they want to do is fight and do all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
Why would she even do that though? Like, what was going through her mind? Like, oh, let me just squat my coochie on this dude's bald head. What the heck? He was.
She did something in the tub too.
He was all yoked up, like all twisted up. It was crazy. Why would she do that to somebody's relative?
And she doubled down on it. She was like, he likes this. It's no big deal.
He likes it. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that.
I am surprised she got arrested. I wasn't expecting it for sure.
Now, when you wipe back to front, nobody like that shit.
Stop.
But for real, like that person came with consent. If you need a full-time nurse 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you don't know the other person's like.
But hold on, Jared, hold on. But she has a video of him coming in and like giving her a hug. I mean, I'm playing devil advocate when it comes to it, but she was like, I have proof. Like, he likes it. So I don't know if she just likes disabled people. Like, is that what it is?
No, he's cognitively disabled.
He's disabled. Have y'all seen her without a wig?
But don't disabled people need love too?
He's disabled, but he's not stupid. He's like, keep throwing it at me. Keep throwing it at me, I'm gonna catch it.
He has a power of attorney. There's no way.
Have y'all seen her without a wig? That's my only question.
For real.
She's disabled too. Patches. She's patches.
She's hair disabled.
Yeah, she's all disabled. Anybody that got 30 balls past the age of 19, something wrong with you.
I love a good wig.
Wait, do we have the picture of it? Do we have the picture?
Yeah, somebody please bring that picture up. Somebody, we need to show these people that
mugshot.
Video or the mugshot. Yeah. If not, guys, if not, we'll throw it in. We'll throw it in a post or drop it in the chat.
No, we don't need a post. We need it right now because everybody needs to see what her retarded.
I really didn't understand that one. I was really watching her reels.
Going viral to me, the healthcare worker that's dancing on top of her patient's head is not what it is. Trust me. All I gotta say for now is angles play a big part, but we're gonna get into that another time. Okay. A lot of people in the comments talking about.
Hey, bro, I'm done. The internet
Just all
has
type
no
of dumb.
chill.
Non-verbal. Trust and believe. He's verbal, and if he's not verbal to his
he's verbal.
Kins, then I don't know what's going on over there. But around here, he be verbal, and I got proof. What you said? You want to get a hug?
See,
Okay.
that's supposed to be him. That's supposed to be him, like showing that he's verbal.
It's very aware to me, so y'all need to stop jumping to conclusions. Even though, I do see how you look, but trust me, it's not that. Enough is enough.
He's barely verbal.
She likes disabled people. Is that
yo,
just her type?
Bonnie,
That's just
you are
her
right.
type.
He's barely verbal.
Bonnie, you're right. That's abuse for real. And support our shield. Shout out. You've been just chiming in all day. Yeah, she wanted to go Viral. But guess what? Now she's going viral for the wrong reasons for that mugshot with her
she's in
alopecia.
jail.
And also, Jada Pinkett Smith, that's alopecia. If you guys are saying that, that's alopecia. So let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Like, come on, I got a real example.
You better stop. You about to be canceled, Jared.
You dead wrong for that.
Will Smith is gay.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
All right, that's a good talk. That's a good talk. You know, the other day Martin was on an interview, and they were interviewing Martin, I think, on a Breakfast Club. He was just like, "What do you feel about the wearing the dresses? You know, they say it's a humiliation ritual. And, they make black comedians wear dresses where they don't tell the other ones to." And Martin's like, "Man, F that, whatever. I love my roles. I'm strong black women." So, what do you guys feel about the emasculation of black men in Hollywood?
I won't say nothing about Martin Lawrence because that's my friend's uncle. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, they definitely emasculate black men. Hell yeah, they do.
They're trying to feminize the fighter.
So women, do women find that attractive? Do women find a feminized black man attractive?
Y'all better not find no man and no nigga no dress attractive. The hell wrong with y'all?
Hell no, we don't.
Can we talk about
who wore the thong better, me or you, babe?
Hey, look, with entertainment being exposed the way it is, we coming to find out that a lot of these male sex symbols are gay. So women are apparently some women are attracted to the gays.
It's beyond
gay. That's what
I got a story to
say. Gay's the
say.
new normal. It's like gay's the new normal. It's like beyond gay now. Like now you got to be an autogonophile. Now you got to wear a dress and
what the heck is a non-autogonophile? What the heck is that?
Wait.
All right, let's get into it.
Yes.
So autogonophilia. So there is this doctor named Dr. Blanchard who published work in the 80s about transgenders, and his conclusion was that there's two types of trannies. There's like gender dysphoric, which doesn't carry like a sexual component to it. They just are delusional in their mind, but they're not sexually aroused. And then there is autogonophiles that have a paraphilia, which is like a sexual fetish where they get turned on by dressing up like a woman. So it's like
you got a retarded and a horny.
So it's a horny one. It's like an erotic horny tranny.
Yeah.
So it ain't just like they crazy, like, oh, I'm a woman. No, they're like erotically aroused, like they're aroused by their own like reflection,
femininity.
Oh my God, so
that's weird.
They just they look at the reflection and get the
right.
J. Edgar Hoover.
I shouldn't have said it. Those are the ones that want to read books to your kids, though. That's what I'm saying. Like when you go on the libs of TikTok, like they're the autogonophiles, the ones that they post. It's like the ones that are like, hey, your parents don't love you the way I love you, and it's like it's some like
Jeffrey Marsh.
Yeah, exactly. They're autogonophiles, and they're trying to suppress that word. But really, like gender dysphoria was in the DSM. Like we knew that it was a mental illness. They were just like, how some people thought, how like bulimic people, anorexic people, they have gender dysphoria. Yeah. It's like they think that they're big, but they're small. Yeah. We wouldn't go to those people and be like, oh, you think you're big? Then yeah, you are big. Let's treat you like you big and just let you starve. No, we wouldn't treat them like that, but we treat trannies like that, which is crazy.
It's a mental disorder. I don't understand how we cave to this mental disorder. It's the exact same thing. Like you're saying, if somebody was anorexic, for me, I'm not big. Y'all know that I'm not big. And I came to y'all and was like, I'm fat. I'm like the lift girl that's suing them, and I need to lose weight. Y'all aren't gonna to tell me, yeah, you are super big. You need to lose weight. It's a mental issue. It's a mental disorder. And
but it's
so
not
right.
anymore. They took it out of the DSM because of Biden and politics. And it's like, there's two different types of trannies. There's autogonophiles and there's gender dysphoric. And we don't talk about that difference, even though there's science behind it. Like he did a study with like 1,300 trannies. You know?
We need to do more on that then, because I never even heard of those words. I just thought they were all stupid.
There's a lot of stuff in that realm that's not talked about, like the suicides.
This is a great book.
Adults. Oh no, they killed the shit out themselves.
Lost in Translation.
For
What is
sure.
it called? Hold on, Lala.
Lost in Translation. It's by Miriam Grossman.
Okay.
She's really awesome. She's like carried on Blanchard's work, and she was featured on Matt Walsh's "What Is a Woman." She was on the level-headed elder lady that like had the glasses. I was like, this is crazy. These people are nuts. That was her. This is her book. I got it last year. She spoke at one of the Charlie's Freedom Nights, but it's just real. It's crazy. And it's all about like the medical enterprise industry. This has nothing to do with kids.
You got to send that to me, Lala.
That movie was awesome because I like the dude. I hope he's still alive or she's still alive. And she said that after she got the surgery, she was explaining how, it was a dude that went to a girl, that the little fake pussy hole had to get reopened up every couple months. And
wait, was it Jazz Jenny? Was it
Jazz Jenny? It was Jazz.
I don't know that was sad.
Jazz Jennings, she transitioned at 17, and they did a whole documentary on her.
Hell no,
on
this
TLC.
motherfucker like 50.
Oh, but
Jazz
Jennings, no, literally, there's a documentary of her and her mom. She had the surgery where she went from a boy to a girl, and she was telling her mom, she was like, "Mom, it hurts," and she was like, "I don't care. Like, we spent this much money on this surgery. They have to put something in their vagina to make it stay open. Yes, to dilate it." And she was like, "I don't care if it hurts. Put that thing in there right now. Like, I don't care."
And they can get an infection because you got the hair still grows normally, so they can.
You're definitely getting an infection. You're definitely getting an infection.
17,
You're definitely getting an infection.
And it's a lot of
see, that's the problem. The underage part is definitely a problem. That is a serious problem. Well, and, a lot of the times the parents are not even allowed to know that the children are, thinking about going this way, have, probably even went to a couple of visits at doctors and things. The law does not permit the school to tell the parents that the child is going through this. It's insanity.
Even at my school. So I used to think like, oh, okay, that was only like woke California. Even at my school, my daughter can go see the school counselor 4 times before they even tell me that she went to go see the school counselor. 4 times. I'm sorry. I need to know the first time that she goes to see the school counselor. I don't care. It's my daughter. I want to know the first time she goes, not the 5th time.
Right. And this is just like, so this is another leg of the federal government trying to get in between parents and their children so that they could create that wedge that it becomes normalized, and then they can then indoctrinate that child, especially this LGBTQIAX plus Y equals MX plus
exclamation part.
It's an algebra equation, and they're just trying to separate the parents and get them further away from the children so that they can indoctrinate them, because they can't have their own children, so they have to recruit yours.
So true.
And we see, Lala, we didn't see it personally when they was adding different shapes and colors to the flag.
Yo, remember that when we were in Detroit and it was like the new tranny flag had a circle inside, and they were flying it right next to the American flag in Detroit when we were there for the People's Conference.
Yeah, I saw that. And it was huge. It was the biggest one I ever saw.
And the fact that they literally are stealing the rainbow from Noah's Ark. Like, come on now.
And Revelations.
Right. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. Like, I swear, they do it on purpose. It's
they did the rainbow bad.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm going to find that scripture.
You know that brown and black's on there, right? They said that brown and black's on there to represent us. Like, I didn't ask to be on there.
Relax. The brown and black stripe is to represent us. Relax.
Black flag on there.
I need a high yellow flag then. Where's my high yellow stripe?
Right, I'm gonna need
Yo, for real though. Don't make their struggle our struggle though. For real, it's not culture. That's not even part of our culture. You go through the community. We never supported this type of stuff.
Nope.
Like they have to force it on us, and through music, through entertainment, through whatever. And then yeah, and they use it. They use celebrities. They don't do it for other cultures. Just like Malcolm X said, you only see them doing this to black people, using celebrities and people who don't know anything, who have like shit for brains, to tell us how to be. And they do it all the time. We listen to what Carly B about politics, and they want to listen to Selena Gomez crying. This stuff is ignorant. Like I'm for real. Like, but then also, but people like Killer Mike. Killer Mike, they'll ever promote him. Even having some, we don't agree on everything.
I like Killer Mike is cool. You can't be dumb and stuff to listen to Cardi B about some goddamn politics. She's not even black.
Right.
Yeah. So guys, I found the scripture. So it's Revelations chapter 4, verse 3, and it says, "And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald." So I mean, that obviously it's just one verse, it's not in context, but it talks about how there's a rainbow around the throne of God.
Yep.
And so that's why they had to take the rainbow and use it as their flag to invert it, because that's all these Satanists can do is invert God, because they can't create anything of their own, because they're not creators. It's God is the God of creation.
Yep.
So just to take his things and invert it and make it perverse. And that's where they get the rainbow from. And that's why I have beef with the rainbow for real. Because they know what they're doing. They're taking it from scripture and they're trying to make it into something that's so perverted and demonic.
Right. Speaking of rainbows and Satanists, and because you guys were in DC, what did you think about that quote unquote bishop who gave Trump that like tongue lashing during his sermon? And also another thing too, because I know you guys were out at the inauguration, everyone, they were all over DC at these great balls. I mean, they do the work, and that's why they were able to celebrate and hang out. How do you guys feel about the New York Times saying there were no black people at any of these events?
That was wild as hell. I can't believe they said that.
They was reaching.
That's the
They was reaching. They always do that. They
said there was no black people at
literally, there was an all black band at the Turning Point Ball. So at the Turning Point Ball, they had an all-black band, and they were crushing it. They had I think there was a saxophone player there. There was 2 black singers. It was I think it was an 8-piece band. It was all black people. Eddie Griffin was in the building. Larry Elder was in the building.
They just lied.
Topher was in the building. They just want to create this narrative that the right hates black people, and it's just so insane. And then at the Liberty Ball, remember the woman that gave there were so many different kinds of people performing, but what'd she sing again? The national anthem.
Yeah.
That was the best national anthem I've ever heard in my life.
Awesome.
I'm gonna show her Instagram page.
And then they had Nelly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Nelly and them, they're getting canceled for. I'm a big Nelly fan, but they're getting canceled for performing.
Let me in now.
Like Nelly said, why would I accept this honor of performing at the
This is her page right here, y'all. In case anybody want to follow, this is her page right here.
Marion Million.
Is that the one that sung the national anthem?
Yeah, this is her.
She didn't sing it. She
was appreciate that. Yeah,
sang it. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's her right there.
Phenomenal.
Right. And the funniest thing about the picture they used for, I think it was the New Yorker, for saying there was only they said the Cruel Kids Club. It was all white kids in the photo. They used C.J. Pearson's party. And if you guys know, not at home, if you're watching, C.J. Pearson's black. So they literally the party was hosted by a black guy. And they used the photo from his event. And he's just like, yo, this was my party. What are they talking about?
It's so bad. It's so bad.
And I'm saying, you guys were there. You've seen it firsthand. I saw all your pictures. You guys had a great time. But there were tons of black people at all these events. And that's why I love being a conservative. It's not about your race. You know what I mean? I'm just a conservative who happens to be black. I'm black and proud. I love being black. Right. But in the same regard, it's it's not something I need to just constantly mention all the time. Hey, people watching at home, if your race or your whoever you sleep in a bedroom is all you identify with, you need Jesus, you need a hug, and you need to read a book. For real.
You definitely need Jesus.
Shout out to my dad for being in the chat real fast.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, Dad.
what's up,
Love you.
Papa?
But you know what? I think what's so crazy is that the left is trying to like brainwash us to think that there's no black people on the right. It's like, look at all of us right here, you know, and there's so many different shades and variations and whatever. And the thing is that's cool about the right is that it's not about your race. It's like, it's about your merit. It's about your character. It's about your merit. It's about what you are, you know, bringing to the table. Does your family love you?
Who cares what color you are? Literally, you don't get to pick that. Like, I'm sorry, I was just born this way. I don't get to pick the color of my skin. We are all Americans at the end of the day, and that's what I care about. Like, we are Americans. Point blank. Period.
Exactly.
That's it. I'm so sick of the freaking race baiting. I'm so sick of it.
Like you can't pick your race, unlike picking what you eat. That's why.
I mean, okay, but Lala, listen. If people can pick their sex, why can't they pick their race?
Oh, there's so many transracial. Have you guys seen the transracial girl?
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And listen, for
the
them,
left is okay with them picking their sex. Why aren't they okay with them picking their race? Why?
Because
Rachel
they're delusional.
told us all.
yeah, delusional.
Right.
I think it's so weird.
I'm a white female, so I don't care what y'all talking about.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Did you
I
guys
think
know
that is-
that?
No, go ahead.
Rachel Dolezal, like she felt so hard that she does OnlyFans now.
Yes, I knew that. Yes.
And she was doing that for a long
Bro,
time.
relax. I'm dead.
I'm
That's
like,
my new Facebook post for the night.
Yes.
It's OnlyFans.
Yes. I
was
swear,
like
she was so desperate to be famous. She would do anything. She was grasping at straws. And when the race thing didn't work, she went to the OnlyFans account. Like she's been on OnlyFans for like a year.
When I hear a girl went on.
I might get canceled for this, but if you got an OnlyFans, to me, I don't. You got no opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that when I hear a girl got an OnlyFans, it's like, oh, like I feel like they're on like the track or something.
Okay, but
it is the modern day track.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
But how do you feel about? How do you feel about OnlyFans people that don't take their clothes off though? Because there are a few people that do that.
That's what OnlyFans was originally for. It was for fans. That was for you. But then the hoes came through and started fingering themselves and sucking man logs for $5.99 a month. So
a hustler is going to hustle. Word. A hustler is going to hustle.
But they make no money though.
They just found a new way.
Right.
It's like saying your professional page is on Backpage or something. It's like, come on, like you gotta do better than OnlyFans. You know what it's hitting for now. You can't be associated.
I think it said, statistically speaking, they said like 98% of the Backpage hoes not even making like $30 a month.
No, yeah,
you gotta be famous.
I heard that.
2020, they was making some
money.
They
doing all of that for fun,
but now
they're not even really making money.
That's why people are getting. That's why they're
getting
outrageous with what they're doing. That's why the girl,
crazy.
The girl that wants to have sex with 1,000 people in 24 hours, like they have to get more outlandish to get noticed.
And that's why they got chlamydia.
Ridiculous.
That's and the guys make more money.
It hurts.
Like, I don't even know about 1,000 strokes.
Wait, you didn't hear that about the girl that's gonna have sex with 1,000 men in 24 hours?
I'm just saying.
Did she craft like 60?
What'd you say?
Didn't she craft like 60 dicks?
No, she did a trial run where she practiced and she did 100 and then she cried afterwards. She was like, it was so overwhelming. I'm like, 100 was overwhelming and you're trying to do 1,000? I'm sorry. You're gonna be blown away.
What's up with these guys standing in the line? Like I'm number 74. And I'm just like 20 guys behind me, 70 in front of me, like just count up. Got an hour and a half left. Just gonna talk to everybody. Just butt naked standing there.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
What's going on up here where you want 1,000?
It's gonna be number 98. It's gonna be number 98. That's after all them dicks that been there, and he gonna bend her over and eat her pussy from the back. I swear to God, that shit crazy.
Some nasty gump coming. Some nasty ass gump gonna come.
After the 100 dicks and been in there, he gonna lick it.
Oh man, somebody saying
That is freaking. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
Nasty motherfucker.
She said 1,000. She said 1,000 dudes. I'm like,
Wait, she recently announced this. This was like she recently announced this. What is she planning for, like Super Bowl weekend or something? Because I know that's coming up.
No. This was like a month ago, and Candace Owens brought her on her show and was like,
"I'm done.
You have to rethink this. This isn't who you really are." And she was like, trying
Thank
to
you,
like,
Candace. Thank
turn
you.
a hoe into a housewife. I'm like, you can't do that. We've all been there. We've all tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. It just does not work.
It don't work, Lala.
I tried. That's why I can't go to strip
Look.
clubs because every time I go to a strip club, I turn into a social worker, and I'm like, you don't have to be here.
Hey,
This
yo,
is who you have to be.
don't bring Lala to the party.
Right. And then I just make everyone uncomfortable. Like, yo, we're here to,
I turn into
ball
a social
out.
worker.
I do. I can't go to them damn strip clubs. Because then I'm in the corner with these hoes, and I'm like, what happened to
I haven't
you?
been in years, though.
The last time I went, somebody reminded me of my childhood. They said, "Hey, don't you remember me? We used to sing in gospel choir together." I left and never went back. That was my last. That was my.
Demetrius, same thing. 18 went one time, walked in, saw somebody I knew, walked right out. It was just like it's embarrassing.
Right.
Yeah.
Lala's like the complete opposite of me. She go in there and try to save them. I go in there and curse their ass out. That should be crazy.
It's a really dark world. It's so sad.
But Lala is sweet. Of course she wants
on. Yeah.
So
but
what am I, sour?
Well, it comes to a point where you just can't even like associate because a lot of these hoes, like they want to live that life. They want that life. They want to be on OnlyFans and take a picture, and once you upload one of them pics on the internet, that's there forever.
That's why they don't care if they make money or not. It's pop culture now. They just want to be able to say, "I have an OnlyFans." Damn, that's hard. That's rough.
And I noticed too, if you ever watch those Pop the Balloon videos and you look at the comments, most of those girls on Pop the Balloon have OnlyFans. Something like you're doing this Pop the Balloon thing to embarrass you. And also, when I was out there single, like I see somebody I like online. We're talking, and I go to the page. I'm like, "Come on, really? You got OnlyFans?" Like it just deads the conversation. Like I'm not moving forward with the hoe. Like I'm looking for like a biblical woman. Like so that's like it feels like all those women are gone. Not all those women are gone, but like we look at OnlyFans, it's just a bad representation, and they try to say, well, this is what the Black woman is. This is what the Latino woman is. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to tell you it's empowering. Women watching right now, the biggest lie a man has ever told you was it's empowering for you to get butt naked. Like that's not empowering. It's empowering for us, but not empowering for you. And
that's empowering for Tim.
He's telling so much truth right now. He's giving up so much game with that last statement. I hope the young ladies and the females who are checking in pay attention to what this brother just said because he is telling so much truth.
I'm sorry. It's empowering for simps, bro. A man with purpose and don't worry about no hoe with their ass and titties out because we see it all the time. Even though men are visual creatures and women are auditorial creatures, a man that's moving in purpose, his God's given purpose, he don't give a damn about no hoe with her ass out.
Come on, we can get that. That's what I'm talking about. We looking for substance.
No, he's right. If it's no substance and you can't talk, you can't conversate, you can't have an intellectual conversation with a man that's going in his purpose. He don't give a damn about you with your titties out or your ass out. That's for the young boys that's going to eventually get HIV. A man don't give a damn about that. That's for the boys.
Or the old head still drinking it in the club. They're like 55 still in the club. Trying to talk to the young girls.
They're gonna get scoliosis. Cirrhosis of the liver. I drink when I go out. I drink all the time. Nobody here has seen me talk to anybody, and I be out and about every town I go to, every city I go to. I'm bouncing around city to city. Most of the time when I get drunk, I go talk to the youth. I don't give a damn about no damn hoe. I go talk to the youth. A man is going to operate in purpose. A boy is going to go worry about where the bitch is at. Where the bitch is at. Right. I'm not that guy. I'm trying to operate in purpose to live my God-given talents and stuff to help save my people. That's what I'm doing.
And you can't grow with life with the hoe. You can't bring her into your house. You can't build upon a life. Outside. No, for real, on the porch. No, like you can't build a life.
A hoe is better than anybody because a hoe will understand a man better than anybody. Now you marry a woman, but a hoe is better for a man because the hoe has been with so many men. she can understand a man better than anybody else.
Oh hell no.
But check it. That's just because look. You could replace. Check it.
Now, I ain't telling you to marry the hoe. I'm saying that she could be your best friend.
Don't marry a hoe, but keep her.
She could also learn about how, like, a female could learn about how to best support a man by, like, you don't got to be a hoe to know how to deal with men. You could have a father in your life. How we don't have fathers in people's lives these days. I'm gonna tell everybody listening a secret right now. Every one of me and my homeboys, if you don't have your father in your life, you ain't marrying one of us, because we know the truth. We know you coming to the table with a different type of baggage that we might not be able to handle.
But they can recover from that.
It's true.
Women can recover from,
but it ain't easy.
It's
not easy.
It's a demon I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. However, you can recover from daddy issues, but it will be the hardest out of all of them. But you just have to fight that demon and just push through it and understand that maybe part of your attitude problem might be your broken heart. So why don't you remedy that and realize it's not you. It's not a you problem. It's a them problem.
But check it, young black man coming out of college, right? Taking care of himself, doing what he's supposed to do, and he got to make a decision. He got 2 girls that he dating. One of them has her dad in her life, and she's a little understanding and a little more patient, this, that, and the other. The other one never had a father, and every time something happens, she popping off, she yelling and screaming at him, this, that, and the other. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but how many young men are going to take the time?
But that's and they should not. They should not take the time.
I'm waiting till Lala done, but I want to add something when you're done, Lala.
Okay, I'll just make this point. Men should not wait for that girl to figure it out. They need to be moving in their purpose, but that girl needs to make sure she figures it out before she is now losing her value in the dating market. You know what I'm saying? So figure that out before you're 25, girl, because once you're 35, you're going to be less and less more desirable, and people are not going to want to put up with your attitude. But I guarantee you the majority of that attitude is due because you don't have a father.
Yeah, not having a father is very critical. But not having a good father is just as bad as not having a father at all. You can have a piece of shit motherfucker inside your house, a drunk, alcoholic, drug addict.
A bad father is better than no father. A bad father is better than no father.
No, it ain't.
That's a split debate right there.
Even a bad father is still on the spectrum. It's still on the spectrum.
Better than having no father.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Because you can have a bad father that's out here whipping your mother ass and all that stuff, and you got to witness that. So what's better than...
Okay, other than abuse, but if you had a lazy dad who's not really that interested, who sits on,
you can't say that because you.
But hold up, let me check this though. So abuse, obviously, nobody wants to witness that, and that's terrible because that could add trauma. But say you had a father that's checked out, he's lazy, he don't really be trying to do too much. He just sit on the couch and drink beers. He's not really in your life, and you feel emotionally distant. He's still better than having no father, though.
What about the drug addict father that's in here punching the drunk father that's in here punching holes in the wall?
Wait, I'm saying abuse, no abuse.
What about the drug addict? What about the drug addict father that's raping the daughter?
That's extreme. That's extreme.
No, but that's it gets to the point that even though you're saying a bad father is better than no father, that's on the spectrum. So you can say that a bad father is better than no father, but how bad is the bad father?
Right. So once it gets to abuse, like sexual abuse, physical abuse.
Yeah, it comes with physical abuse. Yeah, you stupid motherfucker, all that shit. Now and diminishing the daughter or the son's self-esteem. So I went through that. So
if you're watching in the comments, let us know. What do you think? Do you agree with Lala? Do you agree with Price? Let us know. We'll get back, guys, with you with that as well. But let us know in the comments. Do you agree? Is a bad father a good thing, or is it better to have no father if the father's a piece of shit?
I hear you.
That's the dope poll. I like
Price. I feel you. I hear you, Price, and I definitely would think no father would be better than an abusive father.
You know, no father leaves room for father figures. An abusive father, that takes up a lot of space with trauma. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? He could be abusive. He could be a lazy father. You can have a lazy father. That's better than no father. But if you got an abusive father, that's not better than no father. I'd rather have no father than somebody that's out here kicking my mother in her ass, telling me I ain't never gonna be shit, punching holes in the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
But what about a cheating father? But he loves the kids.
Man, granddaddy used to cheat like shit and
Come
come
on.
with a brand new
I
bitch.
think,
That's what I'm saying.
I think that one
Some
hit
people
different with men and women. That one right
No, but
there.
look, that's what I'm saying. Like I would.
That's different.
I don't know if I would break my house, my family. I don't know if I would sacrifice a good father for my children just because me and my man ain't rocking the way that we was rocking and he cheated on me 15 years into the relationship. That's between us. Like once they turn 18, that's how my mama did it. Once I turned 18 and I was in college and then I was like 21, all of a sudden my mom and my dad had gotten divorced and I was the baby that had been together for 30 years. And then she finally was like, I'm done with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But she waited until we were already grown and out of the house. But who knows how long they were dealing with what they were going through. They might have been going through it for a long time. But the reason why I say that, because I went through seeing my mother sacrifice to make sure we had a father in the house, despite the fact she was unhappy.
And that was love. I commend your mother because love is about what you can take.
Sometimes you have to eat that unhappiness for your kids.
That's a powerful statement.
And
love
a lot of
you can take.
Love is what you can take. I took my kids and left. My wife was on drugs, and I used to raise my kids since they were 2 and 4. Like I made that decision. Like, is it better to have them in the house with a drug addict who's stealing all the time, or living somewhere else? And we beat and took off. But I get both these points are coming from. This is a very heavy topic, so let's lighten it up a little bit. Hey Edgar, you drop that video of the lady. You know what I'm talking about. Let's lighten up. Yes, let's lighten the mood with the fat chick.
The fat.
And I'm sorry, guys. Listen. We're not.
Drop it like it's hot.
When we say this stuff, I love a thick chick. Body enormous. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Come on now, sign me up.
I'm from Jersey. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Right.
Edgar, you drop the video real quick.
Oh man. And shout out to Bonnie in the chat. Nah, we finna cheat.
Yeah, shout out Bonnie.
But all the other stuff, nah. That's a cold statement, Bonnie.
Bonnie's been going hard in the chat.
I know. Yeah. That big motherfucker.
And disclaimer, she really didn't drop the building. This is satire.
Yes, she did. Don't lie. That one satire. That big motherfucker dropped the building.
So we have a good time here. We joke. So guys, before we end, we got maybe 8 minutes left. So what I'd like to do is let's talk about somebody in the cancel culture. This week, who do you think is either an all-star or deserves to be canceled? And then guys in the comments, viewers, let us know. And then this will be the first person we add to we'll name it somehow. Like you can pick a name in the comments too. But it'll be our cancel club. So each week going forward, we'll add somebody to our cancel club for either doing something great, staying up for a cause, or being a complete asshole and being canceled for a reason. Similar to Donkey of the Day, but not because their arts is better and Charlamagne is weird. So arts is going to be a lot better.
Any weird.
I'm down. We'll see how this First Amendment stuff goes with Trump in office and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg finally switching. You know what it is? Somebody said he had that whole makeover. He got a beard, he got his hair done. Now he's a conservative. So who knows, right? We'll see.
I don't buy it.
You think he's faking? You think Zuckerberg's faking? Okay. So for me, my pick of I'm gonna go with a good guy. I'm gonna go with Nelly. So I think Nelly did a great job for being canceled. He said, "Hey guys, I'm doing it for the country. To soldiers to go out there and serve. I can do it for the office." So I think Nelly stood up, and also he knows his demographic. The dude does country music. He knows, and he knows no black people are coming to his shows. Like maybe some are coming when people are coming, but just Nelly, no, and I like the new Nelly. Not the chip drill Nelly. He seemed like he grew up a little bit. He's married to his auntie.
Nelly was lit. You lying to me.
We can talk about BET Uncut. We do our music episode, talk about what happened to music. But guys, if you don't know about BET Uncut, we'll talk about it later. It's epic. And
that was my time in life.
Nelly was the king of uncut.
Him and that rapper from Alaska. and they were the kings of uncut. But yeah. So my guy is Nelly. I think Nelly is great, and I personally think deserves to be canceled. That chick dancing on that guy's head. Like if I'm paying to take care of my relatives, and I see you twerking your nasty whatever on top of something, it's gonna be a problem. The jersey's gonna come out, and I'm gonna have to like go pray. So I don't, so I don't get in trouble.
You know his forehead probably stunk. After
Mama, stop!
He didn't get a check. If she makes money off of her streams, where's that man's check? Cut him a check.
Give him his cut. Right. Give him his
cut. Who wants to go next? Who wants to name somebody who thinks
I got
a hero for them?
Man. I got one. I definitely want to big up the new white secretary. I believe her name is Caroline Levitt. Am I pronouncing it right?
Oh, secretary.
So, the new White House press secretary, man. I mean, everything that anybody in the media said about this young lady who's in her 20s, right? She's a young, educated female. She's a strong Christian. But to see how the media tried to lay into her, call her unprepared, and just that she wasn't qualified, this, that, and the other. And for day after day, I don't know if you guys seen it. She's been knocking things out of the park. So shout out to her. Yo, come on, Caroline. You know what I mean? So, we cancel whoever is not riding with her because that was impressive. It's been years, man. How many administrations we have not seen that? And she's the youngest one to date. So let's give it up for her.
She's a super upgrade from Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm telling you.
Jean-Claude. She's definitely an upgrade.
Come on.
That's for sure.
Right. Definitely an upgrade. And then as far as canceling, who we going to cancel? Who we going to cancel this week, man? Jersey got so much canceling culture going on, bro. People who deserve it too. But you know what? I'm a piggyback off of my man Jay. When you twerk on somebody's disabled relative on top of their head, and you justify it, if he would have recorded the video and not her saying, "Hey, lay off of my girl," that's different. But for her justifying it herself, man, I gotta definitely cancel her, bro. She's out.
Can we cancel the fat hoe too?
Yes, the lift one. I'm down.
Yeah, that bitch.
Yeah, I'll cancel her, guys. So who gets in the club is RFK Jr. Did you guys watch his confirmation? Oh my goodness.
Powerful.
Look, Pocahontas, what's her name? Liz Warren. She was going at him. You could tell that they were sweating. They were worried that their vaccine money was going to come to a halt with RFK. They were scared. Even Wyden from Oregon, Senator Wyden, he was scared. He was drilling RFK, and I was sweating watching it, to be honest with you.
Yes.
And he just stuck in there, and he was so polite, even though they were just screaming at him. So he gets like a Medal of Honor for that.
Yeah.
That would giving me anxiety. And then definitely Dank DeMoss is getting canceled because she's over here. She's trying to cancel Lyft. She knows she was too big for that sedan. She should have ordered an XL. She should have ordered an SUV. She knows she was too big for that. She knows she was too big for that. And then she's trying to get a check out of it. That's just so rotten and ratchet. Right. So she's
1,000%.
Yeah, she's getting canceled.
Hey, with RFK confirmation, I'm not a fan, like I said earlier, of too many of the Democrats or the liberals, but I never thought I'd see Elizabeth Warren subtly defending pharmaceutical companies. Guys, that's an attack on RFK.
You know what's crazy?
That was disgusting and weak. That was
You know what's crazy? I'm from New England, right? Born and raised in Connecticut. New Jersey's a tri-state. The second you hit the New Jersey Turnpike, on the poles, there's all these signs that say fentanyl. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and every single pole.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Damn, when's the last time I've been here?
It's like fentanyl. It's everywhere, and it's like, yo, that's how you know it's a crazy problem. Like, I probably had like over 10 friends that overdosed from Percocets that turned into heroin addicts because of pharmaceutical drugs, like in New England. And then you have these like career-long bureaucrats that are like defending to the death these pharmaceutical companies that are killing our people. It's so sick.
Inside of the elementary schools in Jersey, I know for sure in Newark, they got to like break glass in case of fentanyl overdose. Like they have like
in elementary
in the
schools?
in the elementary schools, correct?
Like Narcan.
Right? Yeah.
That's what it's called. Narcan.
Students, for teachers, for whoever, and it's like literally like, yo, break glass in case of emergency. It says break glass in case of fentanyl reaction or overdose.
They don't care.
In Jersey, you can go to any.
Yeah, this right here in Newark.
Everybody is like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had two friends that died last year from overdose from fentanyl on their birthdays. They thought they was taking a Percocet, and one of them he ended up going to sleep, and they noticed him bleeding out his nose. He had a brain aneurysm. He died. And then my other friend went to go party taking Percocets, and he died. It was the same year too, both on their birthdays.
Yeah, because they press pills now on the street. What were you saying, Jared?
I would say in New Jersey, you can go to the pharmacy and get Narcan for free. You can say, "Hey, I need a couple of them," and they'll just hand you like 3 or 4, just to have on you, just in case your kids are doing heroin. They're like, "Oh yeah, my son does heroin. Oh, here you go. Here's 3 or 4. So here's how the shot works." And it's just insane what's going on.
People in New England carry Narcan around in their purse like it's normal. And that is why it's like, house moms, that drive a sedan and are just normal looking people. Like they have Narcan in their purse in case their kid overdoses. It's like, the pharmaceutical companies have taken over the Northeast. And this goes back to Liz Warren, and it goes back to White House, and it goes back to all these senators that are just like, foaming at the mouth trying to protect these vaccines, and the pharmaceutical companies. People are not out for the best interests in the health of the American people. And that's what RFK Jr. is trying to promote. Right. And they were just like just drilling down on him. It was like, ooh, like you saw Cheryl, Bobby's wife, behind him, and she was just like breathing heavy, and like you could tell that she just wanted to like hug her man because of how hard they were going.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking about that, I'm sorry, Jay, I got to say this. I thought it was disgusting what his sister did, like to come out right before.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
yes.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
She sounded like just like a scorned, bitter, individual.
Right. And to do that to your family, too. That's one thing. It's
that was so distasteful.
So distasteful. No loyalty. Like nobody, what it comes down to is like, unless it's like a real serious issue and you're on the verge of death or something, nobody's really trying to hear about your family's dirty laundry.
Right.
That was wild. She really went there for.
It's like off-putting.
Oh, all right. So guys, we're running low on time. So let's go Price and then Kiki. You can have the final words on you today.
Hey, I love this so much, and I appreciate y'all. And this was a great conversation. I look forward to next Friday. Y'all make sure y'all follow all of us. I'm gonna let everybody spew their own handles. Mine is I am Price 1002 on TikTok and Instagram.
Love it.
We'll drop the handles in post, but going forward we'll have the handles on the screen, so you guys can just follow us as you're watching.
Absolutely. Same. To piggyback on Price, I'm the same. Super excited for everything that's going to come from this panel. Like, I'm brand new to politics, so I'm super excited to learn from like you guys on the panel that know more about politics than me. I'm more focused on like the culture, changing the culture. So I love the cultural aspects of everything that we are going to be doing. But yeah, make sure you guys follow us. We will be here every Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Super excited for everything that we're gonna present to you guys.
All right, for sure.
It's been awesome, guys. It's been real. We'll see you guys next week. Again, like, follow, subscribe, go over social media. And again, guys, if you want to be on the show too, drop us a line. We want to hear your cancellation stories.
Sure.
We know you can be a celebrity with 10 million followers, or you can be Joe Schmo with like 5 followers. We don't care. You got a good story, we're gonna share it because people need to know. And guys, it's been a blast. I'm so happy we came together. Much love to you guys. Have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. And wrap it up. We'll see you guys. It is Friday, right? So we'll see you guys next week. We'll be dropping promos, reels, everything, merch, you name it. We're doing it. It's been great for all the guests too. Bonnie, Robert, I mean everybody, man. And just shout out. This has been a dream of mine for the last couple of years, and God brought it to fruition. And I wouldn't be happier with this is a team. You know what I mean? I'm so
Yes.
happy I'm with you guys.
Yes.
And yes, Robert, God bless you too. Much love, and we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. And we'll probably have a catchphrase at the end too. If you think of going for us, let us know.
All right, catch y'all later. I'm about to go drink the draft.